Hey, how's everybody doing? All right, we're gonna make a video. It's not gonna be very long, but I wanted to at least let you know what the plans are from this point. So I'm gonna concentrate on finishing. You see a lot of stuff that's laying out there that's gonna be gone. Things that were caught up in the wind or caught up in that winter storm that we had, and the mound of stuff that's gonna be burnt and what have you. So you don't pay attention to any of that stuff really. So we got a cabin here. It's primed. It's not painted yet. It's going to be painted barn red unless somebody buys it before then or puts a deposit down, and then we'll paint it any color they want, with the white trim, semi-gloss versus satin. The door is a fully insulated 9-panel door. It's a very good, very expensive door with a bolt lock on it. I have a 3-foot overhang and a foot on each side and a foot in the back. It's got architectural shingles, and you're flashing, so you don't have to worry about any kind of leaks inside. The interior up there is all sealed. The entire thing is wrapped with Tyvek, and it's got 2 wraps on it. Floor's insulated, the walls are insulated, the ceiling is insulated, and that little 18,000 BTU propane heater that we have will knock you out of that place if you're not careful. So it definitely stays warm. You'll see the synthetic underlay, a gray piece of underlay I have up there. That's covering one of the windows because I couldn't find the size windows that I needed, and things started to get, pretty bad. I just covered it up. On the inside is sheetrocked over, so it's completely sheetrocked on the inside. You can't even tell there's a window there, but the framing is framed for the windows. So cutting that out and installing the windows, they're going to be 18 by 30 slider type windows, so one on each side, and you have to picture it with the kind of color you want on it. It looks small for some reason in this video, but it's not. That's strange. It's not small at all. 12 foot by 16 foot, sloped at 12.3, lofted and supported, and it's over 300 square feet on the inside, if you can believe that. I'm going to support again the base. It's already supported, so it's not going anywhere, and it's completely level. But I'm going to put some concrete pads on it, just to be safe. The ground here is mostly rock, and there's the river pebbles and everything under there, so it's not going anywhere. Although, if you look at it, it looks like it's not straight, but I promise you, it's level. And along the back, and you'll see how the grass is starting to grow again. That winter storm that we had really did a number, but it's coming back really nice. So all of this grass will be coming in all over this area, and that's the area we're going to put a garden. So it's ready to be cleaned up and fenced in for a garden, or goats or chickens or whatever you want. This side as well, and there's another clearing just the other side of those trees. We'll walk over there. That's where I was going to put the shop originally, but that could be another area. You can see it right there. That could be another area for animals or a shop or a building. So right in there between all those trees. If you walk down here, sorry about the trash piles. Oh, that'll be gone. If you walk down here, eventually you'll get to a ridge, and then right down there is a creek. And we own the creek and half the other side of that hill going up. That hill on the other side has animal dens. We've seen some coyotes. There's wild pigs, deer that come up to the cabin all the time, constantly. There's a spring on that end down there, a natural spring that comes right up out of the ground. Water is crystal clear. There are old logging roads turned into paths. They go all throughout the property. Let me take a shortcut here. There we go. All right, so this road comes out and meets the other road here. I just have a bunch of stuff that I need to get picked up. And you'll see this path goes all the way down to the creek and up the other side, and another path that goes down that side of the creek and up to the other side of the property. A little over 9 acres. It's gorgeous. It's not all flat land either. When this place starts turning green, oh wow, it's gorgeous. It's just really beautiful. And then the outdoor shower, gravity fed, all PVC, I've already had multiple showers in it. Feels really good. You use a little bit of electrical, heat it up with that same thing that you put in your water and heat it up with a little bit of electricity. It's black so that the sun heats it in the summer, so you don't have to heat it up. The sun will heat that up. Trust me. This is where the storage is going to be here. So we're going to build a storage building or a shelter. It's going to have a steel roof. It's going to have OSB walls, and it's going to be 2x6 and 2x4. So, and it's going to be concreted in. It's going to be big enough to put that size ATV, which is a pretty good ATV. It's a 450 in there, and then firewood, tools. You know, hang up your rakes and your shovels and everything that you need there. So the driveway starts way over there, way over there. You probably can't even see it from here. I'm sure you have to have really good eyes, but it's way right there. And the driveway comes down here, dips down, comes up, goes around, and then comes in here. And then you come in here, and of course all this will be cleared out. Comes in here and circles around and goes right back out. Or you can continue and go down this road. You know, plans, lots of options to do all kinds of things. Let's talk about the cabin for a minute. Everything is high quality material. I didn't buy anything cheap, nothing. It's all really good material. Treated lumber all the way up to and including the floor, all the joists. So everything that's close to the ground or touching the ground is treated, and nothing's actually touching the ground itself. Some of the dirt up here is close to that cabin. I did that for a reason, but it's not water. It doesn't touch, so you're good there. And again, the door, brand new, good, 9-panel, very expensive door actually. Everything is 16 inches on center, so I didn't do any of that 24-inch, crap. It's all solid OSB, and it's all really good material. I was going to use this myself, so it was going to be for me, so you should know that I wanted to use high quality building materials. Everything's got flashing on it. The shingles are the good architectural shingles, and it's got 2 layers of synthetic underlay, so you'll never have to worry about a leak. I'm going to put OSB. I was going to leave it open, but I decided that I'm going to seal some things. I'm going to put OSB here, and then just a little screen to get the air so that the inside of the attic can breathe. The attic is full of insulation, floors full of insulation. Like I said earlier, all the walls full of insulation. I put this stuff back here so that the rain and the wind could clean them. So it's, you know, just what I needed to do. I wanted to clean it, but there's nothing going on with that wall or anything. It's perfect, just like the other walls. And of course, it's going to look a lot better once it's painted. It is, any seam will have the flashing, the good expensive DuPont flashing all the way around it, so that it doesn't get any moisture or anything on it. And I had this part put on here because I was gonna, you know, do a solar array back here and a water, you know, catch some water back here. Put a system in here and catch some water. Yeah, okay. So I'll walk down the driveway a little bit. It's a nice walk, so I don't really want to walk all the way to the front. And the front has a gate already, and it's a good green steel, a heavy-duty gate with bronze hinges, dual hinges, so that it doesn't bend. You know, you do it right. And they're concreted in, so it's not going anywhere at all. Roads have been, gravel has been laid. You'll see areas where it's muddy. That's from all that snow that we had, which is a very rare event. So little areas like this will dry up and you'll never even know they're there. Fill them back in with gravel. And the road goes down to the left, dips down, comes back up. And if you look, it ends up over there. I think you can see the gate. If you look, you can see that gate right there. So that's a sign and a gate. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. You have to look close. It's a pretty good sized road, and of course it's all gravel. There's a culvert down here, halfway up, and a couple of them on the inside too. So the drainage is wonderful in here. Now this side you've got another creek. So that goes where that culvert is. That creek is going to be here, down in here. You can clear this land out and it would be gorgeous, perfect for goats. Probably get goats to clear it out for you. That'd be probably a lot less expensive than paying somebody to come in and clear it out, I'm not sure. You've got hardwood everywhere. It's already cut, ready to use if that's your thing. It's dry, it's seasoned already, so it can be used as firewood, building material, you know, get you a sawmill and just make what you want. All the timber, it's 95% hardwood. There are a few pine trees, and they're the tall pine trees. You can see there's one over there, and there's a few over here. But that's pretty much it. It's all mature pine trees. I'm sorry, mature hardwood trees, and they're beautiful. Very tall, gorgeous, gorgeous trees. This entire area is just green and just gorgeous. The deer, they hang out through here, and then they come up from that little valley, that little river I was talking about, or not river, that little stream I was talking about. I think they drink from the stream, and then they come up from that area behind the cabin, and they hang out. They're probably looking for food, or maybe they want to play with Lila, I don't know. So that's that. Okay, let's walk this part of the driveway here. You'll see animal tracks all over the place here too. Deer, wild boar, raccoon, squirrel, rabbit, coyote, you name it, it's out here. This stuff is here because the wind was in the storm. The wind was blowing everything around, so I've got to pick all that up. That won't take but an hour or so. No big deal. The property comes in. Property line is against that far on the other side of that road, probably 20 feet the other side of the road coming in, and then it goes there where you can see the difference where it goes from woods to the flat land, the tan colored, beige colored land, and way back here, and then around. It's a lot of land, and then it comes around at the end of that logging road I was telling you about. It goes down, and then halfway up that other hill, about 2/3 of the way up that other hill, and then all the way back across, and then it meets the driveway. So it goes down the stream and then up, and of course all the water runs either this side into this creek or this side into this creek, and that's why there's two springs. So if you want spring water instead of getting utility water, you've got two sources. You can get it from two different areas. And while I'm thinking about it, believe it or not, if you want electric, you know, not off-grid, but utility electric, they'll run up to 750 feet free. And we're within the 750 feet. So luckily, you could have it all the way to the cabin, and it wouldn't cost you a dime. I think you have to run your own conduit. I'm not sure. And believe this or not, this was hard for me to believe, you can get 8 gig fiber internet out here, and I verified that through Twin Lakes services out here. You don't have many neighbors really, and the neighbors that you do have are, I wouldn't say exactly close. They're building a couple things over there on the next lots, the front lots. So this was like 5 lots, and I've got the largest, and those are about 2-acre lots each. And this gentleman way out there, you could see that he wanted to build a pole barn, so he's still working on that. You won't see any of this stuff when the green, you know, the spring, the summer, the fall, you won't see anybody or any houses or anything. It's not all flat land, which I think is just beautiful. It's you got plenty of flat land to do what you need, build, have animals, have a garden, several gardens if you want, chicken coop. You have space to do anything that you want to do, really. There's another one of those pine trees. Or that might be a fir tree, I'm not sure. And this goes, I'll walk back here a little bit, but this goes back a good ways. All cleared out. The area was treated for pests, and when I say pests, I mean like you know, the fleas and the ticks and the chiggers I don't mean poison put down for animals and stuff like that. I wouldn't even think about doing that. Again, plenty of timber, all hardwood everywhere. Oh, it's gorgeous. And it comes down. So we're going on a down elevation now. And it turns up here to the left. Although it's difficult to see from here. Feels good out here. You could ride all through here with the ATV. Lila and I have ridden the whole property with the ATV. It's fun. And it turns to the left here, and although you have some tall grass, you still have a road. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the road goes all the way down there and then down to the creek. And then right down there is where the spring, the natural spring is, and that's where the water bubbles up. These skies at night are the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life. With clear skies at night, there are so many stars. It's just really hard to believe the number of stars that you see out here at night, because there's no light anywhere near us. No light pollution for at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours from here. So it's really dark. So you see all the stars. And when the moon is full, it lights everything up. Everything. You don't even need a flashlight. It's really that beautiful out here. Hard to tell though with, the winter with no leaves and whatever. I don't know if I have photos of it before the winter, before all the leaves fell. I might, I'm not sure, but use your imagination. It's gorgeous. This stuff there's so much potential here. I was so excited, and the only reason I have to sell it is because of that accident I fell. When I was finishing the roof, I fell, and then I started having more problems. Here's that secondary cleared out area. So you got plenty of room to build. Overlooking that whole area is part of the property there. And there's animal dens you can see on the upper ridge going to the other side. And then this goes down pretty deep here into a little valley. And if you look, you can see the other logging road here coming out, old logging roads. Place is full of deer, full of animals. This tree here gets eagles, hawks. They just sit up there and watch us work. Gorgeous. Okay. Let's go take a look at the inside. Give you an idea of where I am now and what I still have left to do. So I'm going to paint the exterior. My preference was going to be barn red and bright white. So the top of the roof here, the fascia, that'll be bright white. The trim that I'll put on will be bright white. Everything else will be a satin barn red, unless somebody wants to buy it before I do all that. And then they can choose their own color, I guess. Hey, baby. So please excuse the mess. We're still working on the ceiling itself, but the walls are all primed with PPG sticks too, and they're sealed 100%. We're going to put a piece of trim across here, and it's going to be like this wood, except this wood is going to be stained, sanded, and covered with a water-based Varathane. This is 3/4 inch OSB subfloor. Under this is the 2x6 joists, and between all of those joists, we have some good R13 insulation. It is hot in here. Wow. It gets really warm in here. So it's built. There's also a support that goes under the loft on both sides, and it's supposed to support over 5,000 pounds. So you've got 5.5 feet on this end and 18 inches on the very severe end here. So it goes up pretty quick. You've got plenty of room up there. You've got enough room for a queen size bed, dresser, desk, chair. This wall will easily fit a 60 inch or bigger TV if that's the way you want to go. I was going to put some breakfast things here, maybe a little cooker, maybe a little countertop, to work with. that back wall, the sofa, the coffee table. Of course, we're just, sleeping in here now and trying to finish everything. So, and all the sheetrock is the good 7/16 light heavy duty rock all the way through. I've done all the work myself. You don't see any blemishes, any imperfections, and what you do see covers with paint because it was sealed, not just primed. So it's not really a primer. It was a PVA sealer, the good stuff. The floor, that's not the final floor. The final floor is going to be OSB, a good 7/16 clean OSB that is in that pile. It's going to be stained with a darker mahogany and then sanded. And if you look on YouTube, you'll see where a guy has done that. And it just comes out to a real beautiful, almost like a camouflage, except it's going to be a stain color and a wood grain color, and it's different colors of wood grain. And it's beautiful. And you cover it with a thick coat of urethane, and then it's heavy duty. And if you spill anything, you just clean it right up. If you drop anything, you're not going to damage anything. The ceiling is full of that foam and insulation there, vented so that it breathes, foamed so you're not going to get bugs crawling in or anything like that. Everything is supported very well. Yeah, I already mentioned the camp shower and the storage shelter that we're going to build. So under the blue tarp here is the steel 12-foot sections of the roof material that we're going to put on there. It's, again, heavy duty. All the lumber we're going to use is treated. 10-foot sections instead of 8-foot sections. When this area is cleaned up, it really does, it's gorgeous. This little island here, so when you come in and the driveway comes through and then goes back out, goes around like that, it creates this little center island. And there's so many different things that you could do with this. Goats, again, you just all kinds of options that you could do out here. Just options are wide open. The potential is crazy. So much room to do whatever you need out here. And the area is getting very popular. We're not far from Pickett Park. And 127 is not far. It's a couple miles down the road. And if you look up 127 yard sale, it's a yard sale that goes from Michigan to Alabama. Believe it or not, right here where we live is the hub. That's where everybody comes. So if you're an artist or you want to sell anything, you are in the perfect spot for that. And that comes in August. The views around here are nothing short of spectacular. The sunsets are gorgeous over on this side, and the sunrise is gorgeous over on this side in the morning. Yeah, so that's about it. I can catch you up. We grew ryegrass, so all of this is going to be, we're coming out of winter, so all this is going to be ryegrass, all of it, all the way down the entire yard behind the cabin, and everything is all going to be like this, growing in. It's all going to be cleared up. Sticks will be cleaned up, little things cleaned up. So the potential is there. It's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be hard to find something like this. This is like a big head start if you're ready to get into the homestead thing, or even an Airbnb, or maybe a hunting cabin. Or it's just so many different things you can do with this out here. It's just beautiful. I really wish I didn't have to sell it. I really do. It's makes me sad, but you got to do what you got to do. So I'm gonna end up buying a couple acres somewhere and just retiring with some chickens and some goats, I guess. All right, if you have any specific questions, I'll be more than happy to answer it. This is going to be drainage, so we're doing a French drain around the front here in case any water comes here, and it'll all drain out to here into the garden. So that's a good thing. Yeah. So I guess that's about it for now. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions for you. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.